Oh, you see a ghost animating the skull, and he seems friendly enough, even though he is amorphous.
But I can talk to it, okay.
Yeah.
Talking.
Mikri says, alright, sir, as I asked you before, how long have you been here?
Oh, quite a while. As you can imagine, I have been bored out of my skull.
Yes, very funny. If you've been here since the First Age or whatever, how come you can understand High Realm? That's not the language that existed back then.
I am a quick study. And of course, there are some perks to being dead.
Okay, let's say I let you out like you're asking me. How can you guarantee us that you won't try to backstab us in any way? How can you guarantee this?
For backstabbing, I would require a sharp object. He looks around. Currently, the sharpest object I have at me is my wit.
Still, you're a skeleton, and I have rather bad experience in dealing with undead.
Oh dear word.
Well, it takes rather much effort for me to animate my remains, so
okay.
My backstab would actually be more like a back scratch. Rather pleasant one, I would imagine.
Alright. How come
Galen
you're stuck in
walks
there?
Up to the skeleton. Hold on. Look, Galen walks up to the skeleton, putting her back towards it, and kind of sits and says, "Ooh, please, if you don't mind."
There's still a bit of glass between you and me. Now, if you punch in the code I just gave you, you would find my back scratching rather pleasing.
Not so fast. How did you get stuck in there?
I was put in here by those vile people.
Okay. You mean the Solars?
Yes. Yes, indeed. They were horrendous. They said that I had some sort of special property, and that I needed to be examined. Me! I am a gentleman of leisure. I am not some kind of... what do you use to experiment on in this age?
Guinea pig?
Oh, we use many tools.
Yes, a tool. I am not a tool.
Okay, he's not a tool. Okay, so... I guess...
What is your name, Spirit?
I am... I seem to have forgotten that. How peculiar.
Okay.
Can I call you George?
That's not a very exalted name.
If you insist, yes.
Awesome. And Galen reaches over to the skull and she lightly pets it and says, "I will rub you and I will love you and I will pet you and I will call you George."
Right. Okay.
The skull looks at Mikiri and goes, "Help."
Yes. We'll get to that in a moment. But in any case, I guess the person who built this place was quite mad after all.
Yes, indeed. He was also rather insane.
So this place is a manse, right? Do you know anything about it?
I have been staring at it for the last 2,000 years.
Yes. But do you actually know anything about it? Do you know anything about the inner workings of this place?
I've been observing the winged freak for quite some time. Yes,
A winged
think
freak?
that together.
I'm not getting hot dogs.
Yes.
I have not witnessed any winged freaks.
That's the owner of the manse.
But they're probably dead now, aren't they?
Yes, indeed. At least I hope so. Otherwise, we would be in quite a pickle.
So the Solar who put you here has wings?
Yes.
That's odd. You should have wings.
Was not. Well, it was not completely human.
So it wasn't a human?
Think of a bat that has been shaven, and it has some kind of cone on the back of its head. Large beak as well.
Out of character, is it one of those dragon people?
Maybe.
Because I know they're like can't 100% remember what they're called, but I know that in Exalted there's some sort of dragon people that like live in the mountains or something.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use a lore test to try and figure out what he's talking about, because in my extensive studies,
Yeah, me too.
there would have been something about that.
I'm also gonna see if I recognize this race. Probably not.
Indeed.
Especially since I had a lot of first age training and study, I would be able to recognize something in the description.
Right. Mikiri goes, intelligent bat.
And
Wait a minute.
she also like oh yeah, sorry. Continue.
Oh wait, I don't think. No, wait. Never mind. So, okay, for Richard, you have no clue what it is.
And Mikri
Not
Butters.
even with my extensive training.
No. It's old. This is really old knowledge.
And Mikri then mutters, I thought only humans could exalt. Then again...
To be fair, you lot were rather... I'm sorry. The other Exalted were rather... For a moment.
Exotic.
Yes.
Maybe it was... Are you certain it was a solar?
I am certain of one thing, that he used solar circle sorcery, which would imply yes.
But Mikri then says, but did he... Because I'm pretty certain Mikri knows this. But was there like some sort of glowing mark that appeared on his forehead when he used his powers?
He shifts a little
Like
uneasily.
a golden mark, like that shines like the sun.
Not gold, but yes, he did have these
Not gold.
strange mark. No, not gold.
Okay,
it
what was
Well, most of them were turquoise, and there were a few chartreuse marks.
Can you like draw on the
Hearing
glass? Actually, I type in I start. What was the code again? I'm gonna let you out. Galen, get out some writing tools. I want him to like draw the symbols. This will give us a lot of information.
Okay, he indeed taps the code too, and you manage to unlock the tube. And he goes, free, 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 at last, for
Yes,
1,000
yes.
years of darkness.
Yes.
Yes.
And you can thank us by drawing those symbols you saw on those bat people's foreheads.
Bad person. It was this singular. But yes, I will gladly aid you in this endeavor.
Yes. And I hope Galen has some writing tools.
you burned them all.
Nope, she
Not
didn't.
all of them.
You did not actually burn, you just offered to burn, and the
Oh, yeah.
lava declined.
Oh, Mikri's like, oh, I still have it, and she's like, because I never said I gave it back, and I just like give the writing tools.
He looks at you and goes, are you sure you do not have a pencil? Or rather, he says something in Old Realm. And
Galen?
you're going,
Help.
huh? It says it is a strange form that in certain dialects would be a writing implement, but... Huh?
Oh, you're not used to this, unfortunately, because the war and everything like that, most first stage technology has been lost to our kind. We're still trying to recover it. We have primitive
dear.
methods of communication, but
Oh dear. I am so dreadfully sorry.
Yes, it's the Dark Ages.
don't be. It's not your fault, but hey,
However,
it is what it is.
he refers to a bit of Old Realm and asks you if a certain curing system is still operational.
Is it?
No.
No.
I shake my head.
It's a crappy
Sorry.
time.
It's been lost.
Ah. Oh my.
Mickey
No
like
wonder-
nods her head. It's pretty much Dark Ages. For you, probably.
No wonder the underworld is so full.
Now then, you
Yeah.
have any writing tools for him so he can draw those pictures?
Ah, yes, I will attempt to do my best. Luckily, I am a gentleman of leisure. I am
Good.
used to calligraphy.
Good.
Ooh, I can see calligraphy! And you see Galen's hands clap together as her eyes light up and she watches intently.
Allow me to warm up a little, for this has been this has been a lifetime ago.
Alright. I'm intrigued. But he did mention the color turquoise. Well, does that ring any bells of what kind of exalted those could be? Personally, I'm thinking of the ninjas. What do you call again?
The ninjas.
The law
yes,
ninjas.
the ninjas. The ones that nobody knows anything about. Yes.
Oh, no, what do they call again? I forgot. Ah, fuck.
Don't worry about it. He draws he starts drawing, and he actually getting the hang of it, and he sketches out this this flying rat person, and the rat person actually has a few clumps of crystal adorned all over his body, and they, as he explains, are the ones that light up when he does his sorcery.
He doesn't have a mark on his forehead that does it?
He doesn't. Yes. Yeah, he has a
Sidereal, that's what I was thinking of. Sidereal.
tiara with a piece of crystal that he occasionally changes. That's where the light comes from.
So he's not an exalted then?
Well, I have no idea. What do you think it is?
Mikri thinks for a while. Okay, Galen, I want you to strain your brain and pay attention for once. Think back. First age, were there any other kinds of quote-unquote people that were really good at first age technology that weren't solar exalted? Or any kind of exalt?
Back scratch,
Bert.
man?
First, I look over at Makiri and give her a huffy look. I always pay it. Ooh, that is shiny. And then I grin evilly at her.
Come on, Galen, this is important. We're trying to unravel a mystery here. And Anita is starting to look bored.
Yeah.
At least, Reese, I assume that Sa's getting bored, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, so what I do is I look over at the drawings and I rack my brain with every bit of effort I have and try and figure out what the hell this creature could have been. It might not have been an exalted. It might have been an actual creature.
Dragon.
Those crystals. Those
Yes.
crystals on its body could have given it the power to do spells, which means that it wasn't an exalted, it was being controlled by an exalted. So what was
that's
this creature?
possible.
What were those crystals, and what was the exalted doing to that creature to make it cast those spells?
It's
Go.
possible.
You may roll an occult, and for Dries, I have an awareness test for you.
I still think it's those dragon men, because if I remember correctly, they have powers. They have
Combined,
powers close
yes.
to exalted as well.
Nice one.
Superb.
Actually, Dries, you recognize one of those. You go, a creature with crystals on. You've seen that one. What was his name again?
Dinosaur?
Yes, I've forgotten the name of the damn thing.
Trogdor.
No, he was not destroyer of humanity.
Burninator.
Where are you?
He doesn't destroy, he burninates.
Library. It must be on the. Oh yeah, Unclock. That was his name. Unclock.
Fascinating.
And you also hear, but first, before I tell you that, I will switch to the to the sorceress with, indeed, the mind of gold, and you go, they were called the Kings of Dragons, or
there we
something
go.
like that.
I knew it were dragon men.
They were the lesser spawn of the elemental. No, let's say they were the firstborn children of the dragons, and as
Nephews.
it was their permit to rule creation until the Exalted came. They have, as you remember, they have mastery of source. They are master sorcerers, one and all, and they are
Wow.
well more dragon than human. They are, oh yes, geniuses. All of them.
Actually, probably more grumpy uncles than nephews.
Indeed. You
And I explain all this to them.
Wow. Have I ever heard Dao, have I ever heard about dragon men before?
You're a
kinda
dragon blood,
doubt
probably
it.
would have been in your studies.
doubt it. This is ancient history. This is dawn of the world stuff. So
Mikrina says, wait, it's even older than First Age? What the hell?
they
Well,
were there from
it-
before the first age. Yes.
But they probably were
They
still
were
around in the First Age, right?
Yes. According to what your scholar tells you, they actually they all died during the first age due to things, natural causes. Like they didn't have enough life to keep going on as a
Right.
species.
They're the Neanderthals. Like we have the Neanderthals.
No, they're like the dinosaurs.
Whatever. No, dinosaurs weren't intelligent. Anyway.
Are you sure?
Actually, raptors were.
Yes, but
Just pointing that out.
Yes,
Continuing
but they didn't
on.
have technology.
that we know of.
Anyway, Mikri says, wow, that's actually really useful information. Thank you, ancient sir.
Oh, it was my pleasure to help you find young people out.
I will call you Ancient One or something. George sounds silly to me.
No, his name is George.
No.
He's my George. He's
You can call him
lovable.
George. I'm gonna call him
pet
Ancient
him.
One.
Well, I'm gonna pet him, and I'm gonna love him,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna rub him, and I'm gonna call him George.
It's a skeleton.
Indeed. So yeah, like you also hear something else. The muffled stomp of boots approaching,
Uh-oh.
like some kind of big giant.
The competition. Oh, no, wait, that's not the competition then, if it's a big giant.
Alright, guys, before we do anything else, I have to head out for a little bit to give someone a ride. Can we, do our lunch break now or dinner break for you guys or whatever and pick up in about an hour and a half, or is it too early for you guys?
An hour and a half would work. An hour, that won't work.
An hour and a half would work for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Gives me
Yes.
extra bit of time to make the next scene more interesting.
Okay. Because
Okay.
I'm going to be gone for about 15 to 20 minutes, so by the time I get back, it would usually be your guys' dinner time anyway.
Okay. Okay,
Very
yeah.
well.
Good for me.
All right.
Indeed. Now let's see.
See you in a bit, then, I
Yada.
guess. Well, my interest is piqued, that's for certain. I love a good mystery.
And this place
Don't forget
has.
to let our listeners know.
I wonder what they think of this place.
Hmm.
Oh well.
I'm pleasantly
No
surprised that it weren't exalted for a change. Then again,
Good, huh?
on the murals when we came in, we saw people, so that's weird.
Indeed.
Oh well.
Well, technically, actually, Ramsey, these creatures were exalted. They were the exalted before exalted.
They're like
That's a
they're like
good
the
summary.
prototype of terrestrial exalted, probably.
Exactly.
We should ask the elemental
the
dragons
first-
whatever happened to them.
No, we should ask the elemental dragons why.
Ah, the perennial why.
Oh, they were out of fashion. Humans were all the rage.
That's horrible.
Yes. Horrible.
I don't know. I don't think the elemental dragons are the most caring of gods.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
They're not.
I mean, look, they made Makiri.
Who is very caring. Who is very caring.
Yeah, and they didn't make her; they empowered her. Big difference.
Who made the humans?
Hmm.
Good question.
But yeah, I'm intrigued.
Somebody did.
I think some child trying to have fun.
I don't. Now I know who made.
Gaia?
Oh, I sort of know who made it.
Gaia?
No.
Oh.
The elemental dragons, and therefore the Dragon King, and the Kings of Dragons were Gaia's children, sort of.
They're like our elders.
Considering their age, yes.
Oh well.
All right, guys.
Anyway, yeah, we should take our break here. Okay.
Indeed. And next time, perhaps we will learn more about the enigmatic Dragon Kings and the Kings of Dragons, and their very fascinating life cycle. Or perhaps we'll fight a giant instead.
Well, I, for one, I'm looking forward to it. And I hope you listeners are as well. And we will see you after the break. Stay tuned.